Breaking news, brothers and sisters. Since Captain Ibrahim Traore that is IB, of Burkina Faso took the government of Burkina Faso, it's been a year. That was in September 29, 2020. That is when he just completed his 1 year. And to remember last week, they thwarted a coup, a second attempt this month, and fifth time since he took the government. And remember, this guy has been doing a lot for Burkina Faso. And do you know what? There are rumors that the person who is involved was the chief of staff.
Someone very close to him.
Yeah, in coordination with the president of Cote d'Ivoire. Those are rumors, guys. But on the September 29th, that is 29th of September 2023, he had an interview with a local State TV, national television. So there are things that he talked about. He talked about the security, and he talked about the political parties, among other things. And you know, the areas that have these terrorists have been very unsafe, but they were unsafe. They were more unsafe when the French were there in the previous government. But today, he's saying that they were able to relocate a lot of people.
Yeah, almost 200,000.
200,000. And with that, he's saying that people can go anywhere in that country. There's something that he said that was very, very worrying. That when they took power, they only had 200 weapons, AK-47, Kalashnikov, guns. 200. Imagine the whole country. Just 200. How do you fight terrorists? That's why we're saying you find that the terrorists have modern weapons compared to these guys. But he said that they could not tell the people on the media because the terrorists would know these guys don't have weapons. Let's go. So they kept quiet and waited. Now they have 10,000 times. Remember, in the UNGA, that is the UN General Assembly, the minister said that some people had blocked their weapons. They had bought weapons abroad, but some powers had blocked the weapons. So they went ahead and bought weapons from China and Russia and drones from Turkey. So now they are loaded. They can fight. Then he was asked about political parties, and he said he cannot allow to have political parties. Because you know what political parties do? They divide people. And right now what they need is security. Yes, so what did he say? They say about the elections?
Yeah, so the main aim of this video today is merely about elections.
Yes.
We have seen different reports. Some are against it, some are, painting it as dictatorship. Yeah. So Captain Ibrahim Traore was like, elections right now are not a priority.
Yes.
They are not a top priority of the issues that we have in this country, in their country, Burkina Faso. So their top priority, as you have already rightly said, is security. And why is that so? He had to clarify why elections are not a top priority. One, because when you are electing a leader, before elections, there's campaigns, there's everything. So these people need to have freedom of movement. They have to be safe when they are moving around doing their campaigns. So imagine having a campaign right now with all this insecurity.
Not forgetting the campaign would have a lot of people. If the terrorists come, they will kill a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what will happen now? So it will be like mobilizing people for these terrorists to easily shoot and kill. So it was like, we don't want to have elections that are just centered around Ouagadougou and all these countries around which are not being targeted by these jihadists, So we want elections, we want elections for
the whole country.
To be attended by everybody.
There's an area that they are calling Kumbri, which was an area that was under terrorists. But now anybody can go to Kumbri.
You see?
Yeah. And he also mentioned something about reforming the constitution so that it can fit the people of Burkina Faso.
Yeah, the claims that the constitution was there to serve the interest of France. Exactly. It was the colonialists who came up with the constitution. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's them. So my sentiment, I would wish that they don't do elections for the next 10 years. Like, this guy remains the president.
This guy has a vision for the country.
He remains the president for the 10 years, then they can find a very good model, not democratic model, a very nice model. Probably they can copy China. Do you know how they vote in China? They vote for the lowest level of leader, the lowest leader, like the lowest level of the country. Then the one who's voted votes the next one. The others come together, they vote for the next one. Like that. Until you get maybe governors who vote for the president. And the president is answerable to these governors. You see? Like you have maybe 10 governors and one becomes the president. If he messes up, he's answerable to the 9. Yeah, something like that could work.
Yeah, or any other type of model that was maybe traditionally used by the Burkinabes, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we all had our systems of governance. In Eswatini, for example, you still have what they call monarchy or democracy.
Yeah.
So even the Burkinabes can look at a system that works for them. You know,
that is traditionally or indigenous.
Doesn't have to be what this so-called democracy.
Yeah. I'm of that. I'm having fear that if they decide, because they were supposed to do the election in next year, 2024, if they do the election, they carry out the election in 2024, and they just had a coup attempt, like the 5th, that means they are still enemies. They are still people who can be used to manipulate these elections so that they fit another puppet.
Yeah.
So they go back to where they came from.
Exactly, and it will just be a waste of time.
Yeah.
And France will go back with the claims that we are helping you fight terrorists when you are the same people who's, you know.
You see another.
So it's just a disaster. We love Captain Ibrahim Traore and we support all the decisions. So far, all the decisions that he's making for that country are for the benefit of. In fact, when he decides something, he has the Burkinabes in mind. It's not just for him.
And he goes to the grassroots.
Yeah,
not
to
staying in the palace.
We pray that he continues with his vision for Burkina Faso, and if the Burkinabes could give him a chance to lead them to wherever, you know, he wishes to see his country, probably see a different Burkina Faso in the next 5 years.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you think about the election of Burkina Faso. Should they have it next year, or should they wait for the country to stabilize? And don't forget, he also said that they are not going to let Niger disintegrate. That is why they have the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, the brotherly unity of the 3 countries, Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger. Yeah, so let us know what you think. Should they have the elections? I think no. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe.